Hello. Welcome back, everybody. We're now finally into the game. No 4x3, no stretched keg. We are going to see who's going to come out on top in terms of checkmate and hardpoint. Now, Cruz, I'm really excited to see how this first point's going to go down.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very important. Like I was saying the last time we were loading on into this, it's really going to be if you're spawning on the poor side on that left side of the map for those P2 spawns, if you're going to be able to hop on in, grab the first hill, win that initial break off, and then really just try to push through and get those next spawns.
Speaking of push off, though, already on the first point, we see Cedar and company holding things down, proning, not able to find anything just yet. But even then, though, right around the corners will be a whole bunch of different enemies, but he's not going to notice them at all. The grenades take them away. It's a team kill up against Oklahoma's side, but even then, they're going to be headshot far and ways away. It's going to be the hard point now in the control of OU Crimson yet again. Double team kill that happened before. This time around, they're able to keep on to the side, but no! Oklahoma State takes it back over.
Yeah, this time not going to be a team kill coming in with a double nade for the side of Oklahoma State to rip this one off. But now we're going to see Crimson. They're going to be trying to push back into this hill. They're going to be able to get a little bit of the time here and continue to build this lead up. But as you see, player number 4 was trying to make the sneaky play through, but it's going to be Jinja. Sniffs it out, reading the push through, but it is going to be the rest of OU Crimson now trying to push in through the bottom of the map. If they can win these gunfights, it can be so big in influencing these spawns for P2.
Oh, but look at this influence now. It's going to go to the second point now. It's going to be locked now and open completely already in the hands of Oklahoma State, it seems. But no, already some trades happening all throughout. Even then, holding down the tight as long as they can at the top of the plane. Even then, Cash trying to hold things down. He's able to. He's able to find one kill, but tries to rotate and finds an enemy down below. Even then, though, everywhere we look, it's just gunfights all throughout. Still holding down the point. It's going to be in the favor, grossly at that, in Oklahoma's favor. And with all that being said and done, now almost double the points in Oklahoma's favor yet again. Crimson haven't really put themselves on the board in this second point.
Yeah, no, they haven't even been able to come close to touching this point. They had one player who was trying to sneak their way on through early in the hill, but once he got shut down, it really has just been all orange in your kill feed since then, as Jinja locks down another kill on a 3 streak for him. Him and Dakota, both just absolutely chilling back here, holding down these hills. And now we're going to start to see the rotation over towards this P3 hill. It's going to be OU Crimson set up inside the hill now, and you're going to have players up top on that wing, and it's going to be so hard to contest on in. And it looks like we're going to see an early hit coming in from Oklahoma State, but OU Crimson, they look like they're up for the task.
Oh, point number 3 is going to be a hotly contested one. Like you said in pre-show, Cruz, this is going to be paramount for any team to really come home with a victory if they can hold on to this point. Even then, though, it looks like it was at least a little bit in the favor of Crimson, but it's Oklahoma that takes it back, already finding some shots. It's going to be some aerial control coming out from Cedar. He's going to go down into the trenches, and he has no contestant besides Royal. He's able to find him from the other side of the corner, but even then, so many trades happening immediately that Crimson fill up the kill feed in their own favor and lock down the first and third points.
Yeah, they're finally locking down these kills, getting what they need to do. And it looks really right now like it's just a pinstripe kill feed back and forth. And at the end of it all, it's going to be K-Dom standing inside this hill. And it's looking like Crimson going to have the spawns, going to be set up very well towards this P3 hill, or sorry, towards this P4 hill up at the top of the map. And it's really going to come down to this gunfight between Dakota, but he's going to win the gunfight on the Cedar there. And now early time should be going the way of Oklahoma State, but Bridgie has something to say about it himself. Going to pop on in, find one for himself before falling. So early time going to be going the way of Oklahoma State.
Right, it's going to be a huge back and forth right now. Royal able to find yet another kill. It's going to be a whole slew of kills for Oklahoma's side, but Briggy's going to break it up a little bit more. He's able to find the frag onto Royal and able to take over at least a little bit of the site in the favor of Crimson for now, but Oklahoma State steal it away. It's going to be them almost doubling the points yet again over Crimson. And where is the rest of Oklahoma? Well, they're able to find these kills. They're going to be jumping around a little bit more, but that's not going to stop Cedar from trying to entrench his way onto the point yet again with only 20 seconds left.
Yeah, and I mean, these 20 seconds could be a big swing, though. That's 40 seconds, which could go in your way, in all honesty. So if they can lock down these last 20 seconds, that's really going to make this game around a 20-point game for them. And that's really, really good, honestly, considering how badly outslayed they were in that in that second hill. We're going to be looking over now towards the bottom of the map. We're going to be heading towards P5, and again, set up is going to be Oklahoma State. If they can get a lockdown like they were able to get in the second hill, it's really going to be able to see if they can hold this.
A lot of these hills have gone back and forth for both teams, but it seems like every single time as those rotates happen and midway through the site, Oklahoma State's able to steal it on top. It seems like there's a bit of a flank game going on right now. Briggy holding on to the point as long as humanly possible. This is in Crimson's favor, but then again, all throughout an absolute firing squad of so many different Oklahoma State trying to find their way onto the site and just nail down everybody. But they're unable to do so. Through all the fires and flames, we see Crimson coming out on top here, finding all the trades possible on Oklahoma State, and only now Ginge is able to find the refrag. That's going to allow Briggy now to be the last one onto the point, able to find one. He could potentially find a double kill, but he's unable to find that second enemy. Never mind, he does. And now he has the point all to himself before he falls.
Yeah, and so at the end of the first full rotation, it looks like we're going to be just around a 10-point game going for the side of Oklahoma State. We're going to see Ginger get some body shots in there. You know that the trash talk has been coming out if we're seeing that. And it looks like we're going to see an early start here for Oklahoma State, picking up some good amount of time here in this middle hill. They already got the first 15 seconds. We'll see if they can continue to pick up some time here. They're going to be heavily contested, though, from this left side of the plane. Two players coming in from the top wing. Going to be able to pick up one. Jinja turns around, picks up the second, and like dominoes, it's going to be Crimson falling in this middle hill. Jinja gonna pick up his fourth in a row, going absolutely off on this P1 hill.
It just doesn't stop, does it? It's gonna be a kill spree right now. 5 in a row now for Kinja. He's able to get the bloodthirsty, but he's gonna make sure, more importantly, the site is contested. He's not gonna stop there. Well, maybe he does. He gets traded out immediately by Cedar, and they're gonna find Ginja. And now they have the point yet again. This has been absolutely paramount. They've been able to nearly break even between themselves and Oklahoma State, and they're out for blood. Look at the rest of them now on the kill feed, looking to see if they can find that new hard point at any minute now. But as we go back to point number 2, things are already looking better in the favor of Crimson.
Yeah, this is something they weren't able to do through our first set of rotations. They've been able to flip out these spawns. So now we're going to have to see how Oklahoma State can respawn if they to see if they can push on in, and it's not going to be the case. It's going to be a 4-man wipe, that entire kill feed coming through red. So it's going to be Crimson standing strong inside the hill, at least to start this off. This next push could be big, because if they don't get it here, they are going to have to make a decision on whether they want to push for scrap or if they want to try to hold on and try to push in and just get the time for the next hill.
Oh, K-Dom himself, though, on a 5-killing spree. It's going to be shut down yet again, but almost finding another one. It's going to be Ninja, though, able to trade things out, but it's just nonstop on the kill feed. Everybody's finding each other, and no one's really able to have a mainstay onto the site. But, of course, during all of that, Crimson's able to steal the points away. Now having a 15 lead over Oklahoma State, there's only a few seconds left on this point, and already we need to see those rotations come through from Oklahoma, but it's all in the favor of Crimson.
See, what I like that Oklahoma State is doing right now is they are pushing through, trying to get that same spawn trap that you see come through in control very often, and they're trying to pin them in the top right side of the map, but it looks like a player gonna spawn out, so it's gonna make it a little bit more tough for them now. Cedar gonna be trying to push in through the top of this plane for the side of Crimson. He's going to be able to drop one, drops down underneath now, going to be searching for that second player, going to be able to find him on to Jinja, and it's going to be a good start to this P3 hill for the side of OU Crimson.
It was tied, Cruz, and now Oklahoma State is starting to steal it away, but not by much. It's only 5, 6, 7, 8 points now. But the new hard point coming on through, it's in the favor of the orange yet again. And look at where Crimson is. They all have to come individually from the spawns, take these 1v1s, and they're unable to do so. They're able to find some kills, sure, but it's mostly in the hands of Oklahoma. K-Dom able to find his way onto the site, and the rest of Crimson, but they're trying to hold down the fort as long as humanly possible. Only seconds ago, Crimson was in the same exact position, but now Oklahoma trying to fight their way back elevated. They have to drop down and find Ninja.
Yeah, and they have a very good setup right now towards this P4 hill. They have 2 players who are up top. They're unfortunately going to fall as 3 go down. They had a good setup, but a good setup's only going to last you if you can win the gunfights, and that was not the case for Crimson there. It's just going to be 1 player left towards the hill for them. That's player number 2. It's going to be Ninja. He's going to be able to find 2 before he falls himself. So now we're going to have a 2v2 for the hill, and it looks like at the end of it all, it's going to be Cash winning that final gunfight, and it's going to be Oklahoma State picking up early time here.
That's right, and look at the lead they have now. This is going to be huge, but he's facing a whole barrage of Crimson people. He has to watch out. Yeah, he's able to stay alive. He's able to survive the flood, but not the trickle down underneath. Now it's back in the favor of Crimson, taking over the hard point yet again. There could be trades back and forth, but Ginjo with a double kill was able to help secure the site. Except for Cedar. That's going to be the main issue here, is that Cedar is still alive, but he's able to find Ginja in return. He's able to trade him out, but even then, taking down the care of the trophy stories isn't going to be enough. They're everywhere. And the point changed.
Yep. Big point change here. So last time we came through to this point, Oklahoma State was set up through around the first 5 seconds, but OU Crimson was able to push on through and break in through the back. They spot that player out though this time, so no break going to be coming through off the rip here. Very big one-on-one gunfight going on inside the hill, and of course, why not? Jinja going to pick up another big one-on-one to secure his team early time in this hill once again.
Look at where everyone is right now. The numbers are getting closer yet again, but Oklahoma State's able to steal it away. They have another point in their favor, but where are the rest of Crimson? They have to make their way back. It's in the control of Oklahoma completely. The orange dominating the red as they have to push up one by one. And sure, some of the kills are going into the favor of Crimson. They're just not able to find the point that matters, and that's going to be the physicality of getting into the site. Only 6 seconds left. They have to force out a rotate, and you can see Crimson on the minimap all going over to where it's going to be in the plane momentarily. This will give them a huge early lead.
Yeah, this Plain Hill is going to come down huge because Oklahoma State can break on in. One break is all they need to try to pull off the win here. Only 9 seconds left before they hit that 250 mark. And it's going to be Breaky who's going to have to hold on to the whole side of Oklahoma. In, but it's going to be Royal pops in, finds a two-piece, and that could be the game here for Oklahoma State. It doesn't look like anybody from the side of OU Crimson going to get close, in Oklahoma State with a nice 250, 194 win to pick up that first win.
A very quick early showing from Oklahoma State was able to, at times, inch it out over Crimson, and on other points, able to skyrocket away from them. But one thing is that they were able to hold that physicality, being able to be consistent about being on the site when it mattered most, and that's where Crimson fell short.
Yeah, it really felt like through those very heavily contested points, especially for me right now looking at these two teams, Jinja was such a difference maker in this game. He through the second set of rotations on that P1 got a 5-piece inside the hill, was able to lock down a lot of early time on those very heavily contested hills, because I felt like when both teams were set up on their money hills respectively, they were able to hold them pretty well, but it really came down to those scrap hills, those hills that you get a lot of contention on. It really felt like Jinja and the side of Oklahoma State was just able to come out just on top, and that's what pushed them over the edge in this.
And keep in mind, too, there are still potentially 4 other maps they have to duke it out on. It's going to be Search and Destroy coming up next. Moscow in someone's favor, but it's going to be a much slower matchup that may be in the benefit of the losing team. But we are going to take a small break as we get things set up before we go into Search and Destroy, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. We are back yet again. We saw Oklahoma State steal it away against OU Crimson on hardpoint, but we're now going to not only a different country, but a whole different game mode. Moscow on Search and Destroy Cruise. I'm very excited to see if this is going to be very fast-paced or a much slower crawl to the finish line.
Yeah, I mean, that first map, let me tell you, that was some heat coming out of both teams. A very close score. It came down to around a 60-point game at the end of that. For anybody who missed map 1, I believe it was a 250, 191 finish there. And we're hopping into map number 2 now. And guys, I mean, you guys have got to start to expect this, but it's going to be a lot of A hits right now, especially with no smokes, no snipers. It's going to be trophies down and a bloodbath over by this A hit, and it looks like exactly what we're going to see as 4 players from the side of Oklahoma State are trying to push on through to this A side.
I'm glad you mentioned it was a bloodbath because we're about to see the first shots come on through. Cash already is going to fall. It's going to be Cedar able to find the first hit. But even then, Ginja may have to go for the rotate around. Royal's able to clap things out and get a trade, but even then, still a 3v3. Things have to be worried about when you try to get onto the site. So many jumping headshots coming on through, and with only 2 left alive now on Oklahoma State's side, it's going to go down to 1. The bomb carrier himself, still with no intel about where anyone on the defense is. He has to deal with a 1v2 as he tries to make his way through. Did they see him?
Yeah.
They did, you're right. What happened there? How did they win?
So they definitely were just able to pick off the kills just a little bit easier off the rip here. I believe the only gunfight that we really saw won was this Royal gunfight for the side of our orange team, as they were able to pick up 1, but as they slid out here, it was just a firing range that they had to push on, and he was able to get his second, but the rest of his teammates fell around him, unfortunately, leaving him all by himself. So no supporting cast for him off that first round. Royal really only the only player from the side of Oklahoma State able to pick up 2 kills. And now as we look towards the second round, I'm really interested to see what OU Crimson decides to do with the bomb here, and it looks like we're going to see a mid hit coming out of them here. As we know, mid can be very, very crucial on this map, and actually I lied. It looks like we're going to see more of a B hit as 3 players pushing that B street. Not something you see very often here on Moscow.
The supporting cast may turn into a main character. Now Dakota trying to find the opening hits, but it's going to get nailed down by 4 different members of Crimson right off the rip there as they try to make their way into B site. But even then, look at the quick rotates coming up from Oklahoma's side. They're going to be trying to take over the site, but it's going to be a full-on debate. Rotate onto A site
I
as the
love this
rest of
play.
Crimson, with all the members alive, are able to potentially get the plant down in only a few seconds. Royal trying to hide from or look away from behind. He has to go back onto the site, but he's surrounded by red.
Yeah, and now he's going to push on into the hill, and this is going to be very, very fast back and forth. Cash going to be able to pick up 2, though, forcing our 2v2. Make that his 3rd of the round. Don't switch off this man's POV as he is on 3 in a row. It's just going to be Cedar now left alive here for OU Crimson, and we'll see if Cash can find the ace here. What a retake so far from Oklahoma State.
22 seconds left on the board, only one left alive. It's gonna be Cedar. He's been absolutely paramount so far in Search and Destroy, but he's hiding away. He's gonna look at just the perfect time as Cash looks away himself. It's a 1v1. Ginja getting the plant down into the ground. He's able to do so,
Oh,
but then
no.
again, out of nowhere, it's gonna be Oklahoma winning it all. 1-1 now between the two teams, stealing it away and leaving Cedar to pick up the scraps, and he's unable to do so.
The 3-piece comes for nothing from Cash here as he was able to get 3 big openings to give them the man advantage. And sorry, they actually do end up picking up the round win, so it doesn't come for nothing. But oh man, as OU Crimson Cedar, you're there. They put the bomb down. Or sorry, I'm totally losing myself right now. As they put the bomb down, Cash went through to watch over his teammate, pushing through those escalators. His teammate knew he was safe, stopped the bomb, and was able to get the defuse. As the side of OU Crimson, you really have to recognize that and be able to push through and stop them. But unfortunately, not going to be the case. And we're going to see a very fast hit once again from the side of Oklahoma State. And we'll see if this round turns out any better. But so far, not really, as we're going to see a 2v2 off the rip.
Oh, Ginja now the last one alive. He's able to clear out the escalators, but even then, he still isn't home free. He has one more to deal with, and that's going to be Briggy. And where is Briggy at? Well, he's on the other side of the map near B site, still needing to pick up that bomb, putting it in his possession. If he can bring it to its goal line, then he may very well win the round right here. Briggy's on the opposite site. He has to go for the plant now, but he's going to be completely unguarded. But instead, with 40 seconds left, he still has plenty of time to maybe potentially clear out the site and get the kill, but he's going to try to debate Briggy and go for the rotate.
Yep. Jinja gonna work his way all the way through and just put the bomb down over towards this beast site. Typically a little bit easier to hold, less entries for them, but he has 0 information on where player number 8 is right now, and they might be able to meet each other here at middle map. Briggy just going to be looking over the middle, 1 versus 1 situation. It looks like he's going to elect to go down towards the boulevard and hit this through the back of the streets. We'll see if this is able to work out for him.
Briggy still hasn't gotten any extra information. 20 seconds have already gone on by, and yet he still is not even close. Well, he's relatively close, but he hasn't been able to find this lone Oklahomian. He's going to be pushing on forwards, looking around and caught by the surprise. It doesn't matter. He's able to find the last one, and he gets the defuse down in the nick of time. 10 seconds left, and make that another win in the favor of Crimson as they move up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, perfect recognition from him to check all of his entries, all of his corners, not find the player, so he knew he had to be in that last doorway there. Slides on in, had the perfect gun for the situation, that mid-range XM4 ready to go as he guns down the last player and was able to close out the round. And I mean, unfortunate for Jinja, he's looked really good so far, but not going to come out on top in that 1v1 there. As we look towards this 4th round, it's going to be a 2-1 lead for OU Crimson.
That's right. Crimson has been looking so good on the much slower matchups. You know, I'm not an analyst. I'm not going to pretend to be one. But one thing I've noticed is that usually the teams that don't win necessarily on hardpoint in the first off play a much slower, methodical search and destroy, and they usually edge out on top here. But speaking of edging out here, we see Royal hanging onto the depths of this brick wall, looking to see if he can find the opening pick, but it's going to be the most important one. The bomb's going to go down, and it's going to be a double kill in the favor of Oklahoma in return. Even then, though, 2 left alive now for OU Crimson, holding on back as long as they can on the top of those stairs, but they want to stay alive more than anything. They're blinded out, they're throwing grenades, they can't find any sort of intel or even pop shots.
Yeah, I think that Oklahoma State knows that that bomb is down right now. As you can see, they have player number 3 just trying to watch over middle of the map, and so he's really just sitting there for any intel. If he sees any cross, anything like that, they're gonna know. And it looks like the side of OU Crimson gonna know that they cannot push into that A site. And now they're going to be trying to push on through. And there we go. Dakota, who I called out earlier, going to be set up mid. He's going to fall, but that's going to give all the information to his teammates. Luckily for him, his nade's going to trade out for him. So it's going to leave Ninja all by himself, and he's going to fall as well. Going to be tying us up at 2-2 here.
And that's the reason why I'm not an analyst.
Yeah, they broke that down really well. Just the Dakota being able to watch that, get a shot in, and trade that out with his nade was so huge there.
I mean, that was just a crazy round all throughout here. But look at Royal. Royal and Cash, in fact, they've been mainstays of these pushes for so long, and they're usually the last two alive in a lot of instances.
Yeah, and we haven't seen them work out too well towards this A site yet. So a very different hit so far coming in from Oklahoma State. They're going to be trying to push on in through this middle map, but Ninja going to be there, being able to pick up the first one, quickly traded out by Royal. But as their players try to funnel in through that top, they're going to get called out, and they're going to drop as well. K-Dom on the side, able to pick up one, and that's just going to leave Jinja once again all by himself now. 1 versus 2. We'll see if he can do it.
This is the last one alive. He has to deal with two other enemies on Crimson side. He's going to be pushing on forwards. No intel in his favor, but from the sides, he's able to find another one. Ginja is going to take him down, but there's still K-Dom to deal with. Trophies in the ground. No bomb in his possession. In fact, it's in the middle of the map. It's down to a cowboy duel, and we're looking to see where K-Dom's at, but Ginja has no idea. If he's able to find the shot on the K-Dom relatively soon, this could be over, and it'll be in the favor of Crimson. But all it takes is a few bullets to decide who becomes the winner here and who divides up this tie. Yet again, though, bomb so close yet so far away, 23 on the clock, and still K-Dom is taking his sweet time. It's going to be going up into the roof. B-side seems to be the way to go. Not enough time to really go for anything else, but now it's going to be up to the audio cues from K-Dom to know and rotate around. 40 seconds on the clock here, and K-Dom is caught by surprise. Ginja is able to find another one, and that's going to be Oklahoma taking the tiebreaker and giving themselves a small lead.
Jinja just fried him hopping out this window. We're going to get to see it here from his point of view. That is never a gunfight. You should lose your setup on a heady. Jinja's going to hop out the window, pop out, find K-Dom, get the extra shots in after. Why not? You deserve it. What a gunfight win for him there. And it looks like we're going to start heading over again towards another OU Crimson search and destroy offense here. And we'll have to see what they're able to do. They're doing relatively pretty well right now. 2 players sitting at positive at 5 and 3. They got 2 players sitting just under negative. K-Dom's really going to have to start picking it up here, though. If he was able to win that last 1v1, it would have put him to 3 and 5, but not the case. It's going to be Dakota once again here for the side of Oklahoma State, holding down this middle of the map, and it looks like we're going to see a 2-2 split coming from the side of OU Crimson here. And very slow round from OU Crimson. They want to try to slow this down, try to get a first pick here. It's going to be Cedar, going to bait out the challenge from Dakota. Dakota, once again, just going to throw that nade down and try to get away with his life, but not going to be the case of Cedar, able to hunt him down, and now middle map is completely in control of OU Crimson.
Oh, and as they push their way up the escalators, there's going to be a little bit of a headshot pop flash coming out from Cash himself, but he's not able to secure the kill. In fact, he's surrounded by the enemies. Whether he knows it or not, he's able to find some kills. No, he's not. He's going to be taken down immediately. Royal, of course, before that's able to find a double kill himself. That's going to leave only 2 left alive on each side. Make that 1 K-Dom the last one alive yet again. Has to get the bomb, but he also has to find some enemies, as they're also coming pretty close to surrounding him. 24 seconds left on the clock there. He's going to take a journey around the world as he makes his way to B, and yet these 2 on Oklahoma don't seem to be too aware, and they're still holding on to A. And now, given maybe some audio cues coming out in a few seconds, this could be the perfect chance to collapse on him and pinch him like a crab.
Yeah, I think the situation there is they're not too worried about him wrapping over to B, because they'll have 45 seconds now to wrap together and try to get the kill. They more so just want to stay together there at the A site, try to make sure that they know that he's not coming back there, because if he rotated back to A, he was dead to rights. Now he gets the bomb down B. They have 30 seconds left to try to push on in and get this trade. They're going to push on and try to pinch from 2 different angles here. I love this play coming in from him. Royal going to spot out K-Dom, and K-Dom once again going to lose the gunfight there. Royal picks it up, picks up the bomb defuse, and that's going to be 3 straight rounds going for the side of Oklahoma State as they go up 4-2 here.
Doubling the points yet again. Doesn't that sound a little familiar? It's almost like halfway through Hardpoint.
It does. Map. Through that first set of rotations for sure, when they were going up like 90 to 50, 95, 45, whatever half is, they were definitely doing it, and they were getting it there. And now we're looking once again like the side of Oklahoma State is taking a commanding lead. Crimson got off to that fast start. They went up 2-1, but 3 straight rounds going to Oklahoma State, and you can start to feel that momentum turning in their way.
Ooh, look at how things are going out right now. We do see a bit of a blossom push from OU Crimson's side. And yet, even then, though, they're dividing up 2 and 2 and all congregating themselves on A site. Look at exactly where Oklahoma's going. They're all trudging their way towards B site. They're making their way through, but look at Ninja. He might be able to find so many different kills at once. They have no idea he's right there. He's going to go for the spray and pray, and he misses all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when you got 3 guys running across your screen to be able to pick them up because your auto aim is going to lock onto a couple of them. But it's going to be Cedar inside the B side, able to pick up 2 as Oklahoma State cross on through. Basically, what Crimson did there was they noticed that Oklahoma State was not coming towards that A side and instantly sent all 4 players back over. They were able to get the trades out very quickly here, and it's actually going to leave us down now to a 1v1 as Royal was able to pick up another one in the back. So now 1 versus 1, both players on this B site. It's going to be Royal carrying the bomb. Does he choose to rotate out? No, he's going to find K-Dom. K-Dom in another 1 versus 1, and he doesn't get the gunfight win again. That's 3 straight rounds where K-Dom could have picked up the round win, and not going to be the case as he's going to fall once again, and Royal is going to continue this hot streak for the side of OU Crimson. I'm sorry, Oklahoma State.
Royal is an absolute monster when it comes to search and destroy. No matter which way you put it, no matter what side you put him on, 11 and 4 is unmatched.
He's got the ice in his veins right now. He is absolutely on fire. Running that AK-74U, definitely top frag in the lobby, and he is showing right now as he continues to just push on through, get a ton of damage in this game. And it looks like he's just going to sit back as he has that artillery barrage ready. It looks like he's going to either ping it or decide to use it here. We'll have to see, but OU Crimson pushing him through this side. This could be absolutely detrimental for them. Cash going to be able to find 2 before getting traded out. And here comes in that artillery barrage. He's going to be able to find one with that. Just going to be Cedar left inside the hill. And he's going to be now left in a 1 versus 2 with the bomb. Does he choose to rotate out?
Not an easy situation for anyone on the board right now. Cedar, of course, still having the bomb in his possession's better off than much other clutch rounds they've been a part of. This is a great opportunity for him to rotate around to B, but he has a problem on the side, and that's going to be Dakota potentially spotting him out. And yes, he does spot him out. That's going to be another one for Oklahoma. They win 2 maps in a row, and we're going to be going to map number 3 and potentially the last map in this series if Oklahoma can keep it up.
Yeah, that trade out could have been so huge from Cedar there, but unfortunately was not able to find the 3rd and 4th kill. He couldn't do it all by himself as his 2 teammates drop early to cash. Then that artillery barrage comes in. Those streaks that they worked so hard to get come in, and Oklahoma State go up 2-0 here. And I mean, after winning 5 straight rounds of search and destroy, you gotta think that they got the momentum going into this control.
They have so much momentum. I don't think they have any control, but they have to in this new game mode.
They absolutely do. And I mean, looking forward into this game mode, once again, it's really going to come down to winning your offenses. It's a lot easier to win defense on this mode. Once you're pushing on into that plane, especially on checkmate, it's really about getting 2 players top. You probably want an AR and an SMG up there. You want to hold down, and then you really want to just try to push out and try to get into those hills. But the issue with offense is it's so easy to get put into a spawn trap in the back right. I was playing league play earlier. I got put into the blender myself. It's not easy, guys. It's very hard to get out of.
Well, one thing that we'll have to see someone get out of is going to be OU Crimson, but we're going to have to wait and see if that's going to be a possibility. We're going to go to a short break as we get the lobby set up for map number 3, and I'm very excited to see if this is going to be a comeback or a come down from Oklahoma State. We are back yet again. We have checkmate this time, but with a different game mode. It's going to be control. And we made the pun before we went to the break, but we have to say it again, Cruz. Can Oklahoma stay in control of their team and their actions, or are they going to fall to the wayside and help get OU Crimson a win?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, looking at these 2 game modes, the first one, it was more of a respawn, right? So again, heading into kind of like a variation mode of the 2. I think that OU Crimson looked a little bit stronger in the respawn, in all honesty, than they did in the search. Even though they were able to go up 2-1, those mid-round adjustments really came in from Oklahoma State to pull off the finish to that round. We'll have to see what they're able to do here. If maybe they're a very good control team, as we don't really have full information on these 2 teams. But Oklahoma State has looked so powerful to start this season off, sitting at a 6-0 map count, and now they're going to be starting off in this game. It's going to be trades back and forth, and at the end of it all, one tick going to come through on that B site for the side of Oklahoma State, or sorry, for the side of OU Crimson. But Oklahoma State now going to hold strong, and they're going to be now trying to pick off these players of OU Crimson in the back of their spawn.
Definitely a lot of trades happening, though. Keep in mind, it's control. If you keep going for these trades, it's really good for you. It's also really bad once you start losing all of your lives. No one's really gotten full control of either side yet. In fact, the trades are still continuing on forward like it's nobody's business, but the numbers are dwindling away at a rapid pace for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and I mean, what I really liked from OU Crimson there is they were able to stop, slow down, push as a team in together, and really get out of that. Because if they all got killed off spawn there, that really would have been tough for them in terms of being able to get out of that spawn trap. Because once you lose that first wave, you really need to win the second wave of kills. Otherwise, you're going to be pushed back. You're going to be spawning in that top right, and you're going to continue to be spawning out. Time though starting to tick down now for the side of OU Crimson, and it look like they only have 2 players who are pushed up the map. That was player number 3 and 4. Cedar going to be pushing out. He's going to fall now as well. And the spawn trap could be in here now for Oklahoma State. And with only 14 seconds left, it's really OU Crimson having to push on in, jump onto this A hill. And it's going to be the side of Oklahoma State who's set up and ready for it, as Royal going to be able to drop 2 more. And with only 8 seconds left, it's looking like it's going to be very tough for OU Crimson to pick this round up.
That timer's still coming down like it's nobody's business. Who's going to get it? Well, it's definitely not OU Crimson. Oklahoma again on a near flawless run still, being able to get the first point on the board for control, and they've been able to hold on tight. And like you said, spawn trap against Crimson.
Yeah, that spawn trap came in so clutch towards the end of that round. 30 seconds left, and OU Crimson was not able to get out of their spawn whatsoever. Oklahoma State barely lost any lives through that whole round too. Like, they lost a couple in those trades, but once they came down to it, no team really came down to the lesser. But they were able to find out, and they were able to pick off the win. I think Oklahoma State might be able to take this one here.
They may very well be able to do so. Look, let's see how the trades are going to go in the beginning. Last round, so many different trades on the board came throughout, but now it's a bit of a slower one in the beginning. Immediately, we do see some trades going on both sides, but it's mostly Oklahoma in the favor of going up against Crimson.
Yeah, Oklahoma was able to win that early engagement, and that's what you want to see on offense. You have to get those early engagements, and then you have to push on through, try to get inside the other team. So luckily for the side of OU Crimson, Briggy able to push around through the plane. This is why top plane control is so important. He was able to push through, jump out the side, get some control, and then he was able to push through A and pick that player off, stop that tick from coming in. But it's going to be Jinja now in the middle of the plane for Oklahoma State. He's going to be able to push out, not able to find the first kill on the K-Dom, as he's able to maybe get a little bit of momentum back from the very slow search and destroy we saw from him earlier. And he's sitting at 7 and 5, top striker in the lobby right now, except for the side of Oklahoma State with Jinja.
21 lives on the board right now. Oklahoma still needs to take care of all of them, even if it does seem like a lot. Those numbers are dwindling away. Already, it seems like Crimson might be able to find a little bit of control onto B point, but even then, where are Oklahoma? They aren't able to get onto the point either. It's a bit of a back and forth. It's a control game, but that number, again, is dwindling down. It just seems like Oklahoma can't find their way onto a spot, but at least they're able to take some lives away Crimson.
Yeah, and those kills middle map that we just saw were so huge. Royal, though, unfortunately, going to fall, but 2 more players still inside the hill for Oklahoma State. So that tick is going to go up really, really fast here. Briggy's going to have to win a gunfight. He's going to fall, though, as well. So now 2 players for the side of Oklahoma State with only 18 seconds left. This is basically their last push at this. They got to hold on, and that third tick should be coming in very shortly. Unless Ninja over the top, going to pick up 2 inside the hill. But unfortunately for him, Cash was still left inside, and that tick's going to come in, giving Oklahoma State an extra minute left. But these lives, they are down 8 lives. This could really become a factor in this map.
Oklahoma needs to stand still and not get taken down just like that. Oh my lord, look at all the trades happening. Even then, though, Briggy able to find a lot of kills now. He does have the most amount of deaths, but Dakota's trying to even make it worse. He's trying to be able to find 2 at once, but he's not able to find any. He gets traded out instead. B-side still almost under the control of Crimson. They have somewhat of a stance here, but even then, though, against everything, no one's able to confirm the slot. 38 seconds left on the board. Ginja rotating around. It's going to be up to Oklahoma to keep these 7 lives alive, as they're less than double of what Crimson has left on the board for this round.
Yeah, the thing is, though, it was a 9 life lead, so Oklahoma State was able to bring it back just a little bit there, bringing it back to around a 6 life lead now for them. And they do have players set up towards this hill. It's going to be player 7. He's going to hop on in. It's going to be Cash. Oh, but he's going to get taken out from the side. Ninja with a nice route, going to come in through the top of the map, pick him off. And they're going to have to try to get out of their spawn now and try to push back over towards this B. But again, Ninja could be a big difference maker here. He's going to be able to pick up another one towards the back of the map, and it's just going to be Royal. But Ninja once again goes huge, picks up another 2 in the middle of the map, and secures the round win for OU Crimson, tying us up at 1-1.
Beautiful work coming out from Ninja there, and the rest of the OU Crimson, wow,
Oh, this is the
OU
end right
Crimson
here.
squad as well. They brought it back, and they're able to finally get it on the board. Keep in mind, Cruz, this is the first time they've gotten a point of any variety since the beginning of Search and Destroy.
Absolutely. They needed that. If they want any chance of coming back in this series, they look decent in the hard point. So if they can pull off this checkmate control, you never know. Maybe they do got a chance. Maybe their next hard point is the better one for them, but we'll just have to wait and see. They're going to have to be able to win an offense, though, in my opinion, if they're going to win this game. And it's going to be the side of Oklahoma State on defense, trying to push all the way through once again. But OU Crimson able to pick up 3 big kills middle map, and they're going to get some early time over towards this A. And that first tick already coming in.
And we've seen how important the lives are for Oklahoma State and how quickly they get squandered as well. And yet they're doing the same exact thing. They're able to find some kills on the board, sure. But even then, it doesn't even get close. OU Crimson plays
Oh, A
slow.
is
They play
gone.
like Search and Destroy. But look at that. It's already captured. OU found point A. Now Oklahoma needs to defend B and only B as 2 minutes left are on the clock. There's not going to be any more time for them. And yet the kills have suddenly, for the most part, stopped, except for 2 from Oklahoma.
Yeah, they were able to get a couple trades out there, but still going to be a 3 life lead for OU Crimson here so far. And it really looks like the side of Oklahoma State had a lot of control, but once again, Ninja on that flank, going to push in through the back, going to be able to find 2. So now Cedar going to have some big one-on-ones over here. He's going to be able to find the player outside the hill, and now he's pushing into the hill, going to be able to pick up another kill. And he's going to continue just to try to push out, try to get these flanks going for the side of OU Crimson. They might be able to pick up a first tick here. It depends on how fast Oklahoma State reacts and gets on into this hill.
And where is the rest of Oklahoma State? Briggy has control of it. They're almost halfway through, and yet no one on the orange team is going to be coming around. They all have to respawn. Sure, some are on top of the plane, but they have to make the way down. Even then, though, look at Crimson. They're plowing their way through the plane. Cedar especially has been able to find so much different action. But Kadom, the non-clutch warrior, falls yet again. Dakota, though, is able to stall it out for a little bit longer, but look how close that timer and ticker is. 1:35 left on the clock. Ginja going to be falling. It could be up to Ninja right now. The other one, baby, trying to bring it back. But even then, it's just not enough. That ticker slowly going away. Now only about 2/3 of the way filled. Things are getting heated up a lot more. Kuzma, look at this. A double melee, a double kill coming on through from Cash. Is able to stave things off for just a little bit longer.
Wow, they were so close to being able to pick up that offensive win, but luckily for the side of OU Crimson, luckily for the side of Oklahoma State, Dakota able to slip on through the ranks, and he's able to drop one in the back, and now no respawns remaining for the side of Oklahoma State as they're only at 4 lives left. It's really going to come down to them being able to get one clean wipe here and being able to pick up a few more kills, and so far so good. They were able to grab a couple, but it's going to be so tough for them to win this round with only 4 lives remaining.
That's right, only 4 lives left. We've seen Oklahoma in this position before, and it was not a pretty one for them, but they already have 2 on the board. What could they possibly do in this situation? Well, it's not definitely easy. Kadom, though, is able to stay alive a little bit longer. He gets traded out immediately. 30 seconds are left, and still no control of B at all, except for Cedar, but he's above in the plane. Now the rest of the squad holding on tight. They have a 2-life advantage. Even then, they're able to help squander it a little bit more. It's a huge back and forth. No one has much control. Crimson's out of respawns, and yet Oklahoma still has 3. It's going to be up to them to survive just a little bit longer, maybe potentially run out the clock. There's all the options up against them. And yet again, Ninja, trying to stay alive, is able to find another one. 2 lives are left. This is it. No, Ninja's going to fall, and this could be potentially the last stand of Oklahoma Royal. Can he bring it back? He does! He brings it home. That's 3 now in the favor of Oklahoma.
That was a 10 life lead for OU Crimson, and they lost the round. A 10 life lead.
My God.
They just picked up 10 kills in a row. They got Crimson where they wanted them spawning out on offense. And like I said, going into this game, once you get put in that blender, it is so hard to get out of it. What a round win from Oklahoma State to pull that one off and pull that momentum back into their favor. And now they go on the offense. If they're able to pick up this offense here, they're able to close out this series 3-0. And man, they have looked absolutely insane. I can't believe they picked up 10 kills in a row there and were able to close that game out.
Now, can they do it again?
I mean,
That's the big question.
that is the big question. But now, like offense, like we said, it's a different beast than defense on this game. Even when you're out of it in defense, apparently you're not out of it too badly. It's going to be an early push over towards this A site, and at the end of the trades, it's going to be Oklahoma State coming out on top. But Cash going to be challenged once again from mid. It's going to be K-Dom in the middle of the map underneath the plane. But he's going to get dropped from Royal on the off screen. So it looks like, once again, Oklahoma State getting off to an early start here on A.
Oklahoma's getting a lot of control on A side, but it's up to Cedar from above. He's trying to get those elevated hits. There's still one more onto the side. It's Ginja to fall. Then even there, it's going to be now a remaining control in the defensive sides. You have to wonder about these relives, though. But no, the respawns, they're going to be squandered away still. It's even between the two teams, but that's up to Briggy to decide that if he wants to make it even or not. He's able to take some away. Now, again, even, things have slowed down a little bit more. Look at where these attackers need to go. They're trying to defend as much as they can. Some control on A side, but even that number 7's holding it down until he can't. He falls to number 4, and that's going to be full control of Crimson yet again on A.
Yeah, but the difference in this round, coming in from the last round, was Oklahoma State's last offense, I should say, was the life count right now was looking a lot more even, but a couple of them did just fall. So it's going to be a 3-life lead now for the side of OU Crimson. Still not as significant as it was the very last time they played offense on this map and mode. And it looks like they got to try to get out of this little bit of a spawn trap right now. It looks like Ninja once again going to be the player from the side of OU Crimson, trying to push his way through the back. He's going to fall as well. So Royal and Dakota doing a good job of being able to push their team out through this spawn, and now they're going to look to hop back onto this ace site. It's going to be a big one-on-one in the hill. Royal going to be able to pick up K-Dom, and now Royal Cash going to be just trying to get more ticks on A.
13 and 13, A just about underway. Briggy's trying to hold it down as much as they can. He doesn't want to give them extra time at all. 12 seconds left. This could be up to Briggy right now. He is going to go into the trenches. He's able to find a double kill out of it.
Shut down
but that's going to stall it all. That could be it right there. But no, they're going to keep on going. Oklahoma doesn't want to give up until they suddenly do. They're holding themselves back. Ginja, the only one on site. It's going to be up to Briggy to try to take him down. But it returns into the favor of the orange team. 2 seconds left. And yet again, they might be able to bring it home. That turns to 0. Crimson find themselves another round. And it's going to come down to the wire.
Man, they had such a good chance to cap that hill, but the issue for them was top plane control was in control of OU Crimson, and they were able to continue to pick off those players from middle map as they individually were funneling in, and really that just came down to very good map control from OU Crimson at the end of that round.
Beautiful
I'm
work.
interested to see who gets offense here, because we haven't seen an offensive win yet. The defense has held strong so far, and it looks like it's going to be OU Crimson was able to slightly not be able to pick up the kills that they needed to be able to get the defense here. So it's going to be Oklahoma State being the heavier fraggers in this game, get the defense, and now we're going to have to see if they can stay up as strong as they were able to hold towards the end of their last defense when they went on that big 10 kill streak. But it's going to be a fast hit for the side of OU Crimson, dropping all 4 players for Oklahoma State, and it's going to be an early spawn trap possibility for the side of Oklahoma State.
And that's going to be a huge possibility here. Let's take a look and see what Ginja does next. No, he's going to be able to find the kill inside the plane. Ninja's going to go down. And even then, Cedar, only one inside the plane still is going to fall again. Everyone on Crimson's side is falling like flies. Now, look at the kill feed. It's completely orange. But then again, still, even live count on both sides. It's going to be up to Royal, it seems, to be able to try to find A site. This has been hotly contested. Usually A is the first one to go down, but it's looking like in the favor of the orange Oklahomans yet again.
Yeah, and once they push on into this hill, it was just Royal who was left, and Cedar able to pick up the kill there. If you're Oklahoma State, man, you have not been able to pick up an offense yet. You have to try to get some top lane control. We saw this exact same thing happen last round. where you're just getting picked off from middle map over and over again on your offenses. But finally, it looks like they were able to clear it out. Gonna be in control, and they're gonna be in a 1 life lead here. And now they need to try to push on through, try to pick these OU Crimson players off spawn, and try to get as much kills as they possibly can so that they can try to get to this B site. They have a minute 30 left. They are tied at 17 to 17 lives, and this game is going to be coming down to the wire.
Absolutely down to the wire. Those lives are trading back and forth. We haven't seen much of a discrepancy these last few rounds. But then again, A-Site now in the control of the attacking team. It's going to be up to B in 1 minute 17 to see whether or not we see map 4 or we go home early tonight. Cash is already on a 5-killing spree. He's not going to stop. And yet the rest of Oklahoma's in a similar boat. Take a look at Cash right now. He might be able to find another one. A spawn trap indeed. Able to find Cedar from behind. And yet no one from Crimson's able to catch up on this. Grenade is thrown. Trophy system goes down in return. And yet again, everyone on Crimson is focused on this single Oklahomian. Until it gets taken down by K-Dom, that is.
Oh,
and look
streak.
at that. It's going to be a missile coming down. It doesn't
Not
do
gonna
much.
find anything though. Oh no, this map definitely one of the harder maps to get streaks to be used on because of the windows up at the top. So that streak really not gonna come into use at all. And trades going down back and forth. Cash, if he can pick up that last one, and he does, and now he's gonna be on that hill very slowly. The tick comes in, but just at the nick of time, gonna get saved from Briggy. He's able to pick up one. Cedar able to pick up one as well. And it looks like they might be able to hold on just for now. Dakota going to be trying to push on in. The first player from Oklahoma State, he's going to fall as well. Only a 2-life lead, only 50 seconds left. Oklahoma State was so close to being able to pick up that last tick. We'll see if they can do it on this next push.
Briggy will need to be eliminated if they want to be able to take away this entire series. But then again, he hasn't gone down yet. Look at the rest of Oklahoma where they're at right now, slowly trying to push their way up. They're taking these individual 1v1s, and yet again, they're not doing that great of a job at it. Sure, they're ahead in the lives, but the whole kill feed has been in the favor of Crimson. Some trains do go on through. Royal's gonna fall yet again, and coming so close, Oklahoma State takes it all. We are going home early tonight with 3-0 win coming out from Oklahoma. Crimson unfortunately fell short just barely every single map.
Back-to-back 3-0s on Bravo tonight. As earlier in the show, we got to see University of Iowa pick up the 3-0 over Northwest Mississippi University. And wow, man, that map was the closest map that we've seen these two teams play so far, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And at the end of it all, we got to see an offensive control win, which we didn't see the entire round, and then we get to the very end of it, and Oklahoma State able to close out the fifth round there, and I mean in pretty significant fashion. Once they got back into the hill on that last break, it really they gave nothing to OU Crimson. It was just all of them once again. It looked very much so like the end of the third round when they were. I feel like that third round is really going to come back to bite OU Crimson in the butt because they were very close to being able to pick up their offensive win. But Oklahoma State, with only 4 lives left, were able to go on an insane streak and able to close out that round. And that really is what it comes down to, just the choke of that round 3.
You gotta wonder if they're gonna continue on that as they go forwards in the CCL. Crimson, unfortunately, won't be able to go on the same exact path as they were, but it's okay. There's always a chance to bring it back. But I'm really curious to see what Oklahoma State can bring on going forwards. Not exactly sure what the next matchup for them is gonna be, but it's gonna be a scary one if this is how they can perform.
I mean, after we saw what they did last week, they were 6-0 in map count. Make them 9-0 in map count now. If they weren't in your top 25 before in the CCL, they better be now, as this team, both these teams were in your top 25 going into this week, and Oklahoma State just made a statement on OU Crimson.
Absolutely. And with all that being said and done, this has been an amazing broadcast to see what Oklahoma and Crimson can bring to the tables. But from us, it's about time to go. My name has been Keg. This has been Cruz, and we'll see you guys soon up for another CCL Bravo broadcast.